There's a lot of American singer-songwriters I like. Love Ryan Adams. I'm still a big fan of James Taylor and the old school people like Otis Redding, Ray Charles. You know, I bought a record by Amos Lee recently. I really like his records, I think. It was offered to me. There's a company in Australia called Jack, and they asked me would I do it, and I thought, yeah, you know, this would be an interesting thing to do, to tell a guy's story. And I'm not impersonating him, I'm not trying to sound like him or look like him, and presenting 20 or so songs, 24 songs throughout the concert. It was really enjoyable. I mean, I'm not, you know, it's not something I would want to do all the time, but it's something that I enjoyed it.
Let's go down to the water, let's steal on down to the water's edge. Let's go down to the water, let's steal on.
Tommy is one of the most generous people I know. He literally would give you the shirt off his back, you know what I mean, if you asked him for it. And so he's an inspiration to me in that way as a person, because he's so gracious, so generous with everybody, you know, particularly with his audience. You know, I don't think you could walk away from a Tommy Emmanuel concert feeling like you didn't get enough out of it. You know, I have a lot of admiration for him. He's a soul brother. There's an artist in Australia, a singer-songwriter. Her name is Stewart. She's just now released a new album that she's produced herself that is receiving really great reviews in Australia in the country music. And I actually sang and wrote songs on this record, wrote one song with her, and I sang and played on her album for her as well. But we produced an album together back in 2003, I think it was. That was probably the most powerful production experience I've had, where I really felt I was super proud of it. I started with just a performance on guitar and voice, singing, playing at the same time, and then just adding instruments as I played everything on it myself. So I add some bass guitar, add some drums, a little bit of brush drums, sometimes some harmonica, an electric guitar, just little colours, you know. But I wanted the album to sound like, when I go out and play live, I wanted it to sound like that. Just guitar and voice pretty much, and just a little bit of colour around it, without all the big pop production.
Laying beside you, my head against your naked breast.
I like quiet before I go on. I don't like to have anybody around, and I just like to be really present. You know what I mean? It's like present with this moment right now, and I focus on making it powerful experience for myself and the audience, and I see myself on stage at that place, and I just go and visit myself in the future a little bit there as well, you know. So it's about being super present, but it's also about sort of imagining myself in that place, and I see myself engaging with the audience and embracing the moment, because that's what it's about for me now. It's about being really present and engaging with the audience, to make sure that I didn't mess around with the melody too much and try to do anything too fancy or tricky. Stay true to the songs, because they're beautiful songs, and to put my twist on it as well. So I didn't, when I'm singing the songs, I wasn't hearing John's voice in my head, I was just hearing my own voice singing those beautiful songs. You know, I think there's a sense that you have to honour him as a writer, you know. Hopefully I brought something interesting and new to it, and didn't mess it up too much. I do the same thing. I'll play a new song quite a lot, because I want to get familiar with it. I want it to be so familiar to me that I don't have to think about it. Through singing the song a lot, over and over and over, I get a sense of what really works and what doesn't work. And the song starts to take its own shape and energy, and you can feel as the song's going along, oh, it's dragging here, this part's really not working. What can I do to make this feel better, to flow better, you know. Oh, it might be just a change in the melody a little bit there, or, you know, just lift the tempo a little bit there, or something to make it, you know, and then you start to feel like, oh yeah, this is feeling good. I'm in two minds about that. I love spontaneity. When I, for instance, when I go into the studio, I don't want to be learning a song going into the studio. I want to know it before I go in so I can capture the first couple of performances, because they are always the best. As soon as you start thinking about your performance, it's gone. So there's a time for preparation, and that's where you're thinking a lot about it, you're working on it, you're really building up the arrangement. Then you've got to put all that aside and go and do a spontaneous performance.
Sang the right song, you brought me back to life.
I've enjoyed traveling in different parts of the world for different reasons, you know. I think the thing I love most about coming to Southeast Asia is that there's a gentleness here that doesn't exist in other parts of the world. That's part of why I've always loved to come here. Hi everybody, this is Rick Price, and I just want to wish you all a happy, joyous and peaceful new year. And I also want to invite you to come and hear some of my new music. It's at www.rickprice.com.au. Please come and say hi and have a great, great year.